Nasara, he helped. Yansuru, he is helping. Unsur, help. Kataba, he wrote. Yaktubu, he is writing. Uktub, write. If you look at this particular word appearing in these three forms of the past, present, and even command, you see that their formations are the same. From the past tense verb, you see the word nasoro. The second letter is carrying fatha, while the second letter in the word kataba is also carrying fatha. Coming to their present tenses, you see the word yansuru and yaktubu. The second letter from the past tense, which had carried fatha, is now carrying dhamma here. Yansuru and yaktubu, sword and kab, are now carrying what? Sword and ta are now carrying dhamma. Coming to the past tense verb, this one is easy because all we need to do is to exchange the ya, which was in the present tenses, with hamza to give us uktub and unsur. Meaning these words, they fall under the same category, and we have 6 of these categories. So let's go to the second category and see how the pattern also looks. The example I'll bring from there is the word doroba, he beats. Yadoribu, he is beating. Idrib, beats. The second example, hamala, he carried. Yahmilu, he is carrying. Ihmil, carry. If you look at these two words, their past tenses are also the same, just like the first two words that we had in the first category. This category, the past tense verb, the second letter also had a fatha. But coming to the present tenses, you will see that the second letter has now changed to what? Kisra. That's why we have what? Yadoribu. Ra there is now carrying kisra. The same thing goes for the word yahmidu. The mim, which was the second letter from the past tense, is now carrying kisra. Then coming to the past tense, to the command tense, the same thing. We have the word idrib, beats, and ihmil. Compare the differences between this category and the first category we talked about. Coming to the third category, the example we'll bring under this category is the word fataha, he opened. Yaftahu, he is opening. Then iftah, open. The second example, we have the word dhahaba, he went. Yadhhabu, he is going. Then idhhab, go. What is the difference between this category and the first two categories? In this category, the past tense is also the same with the first two categories, because the past tense verb, the second letter also had a fatha. But coming to this present tense, you will see that the second letter there is also maintaining the fatha. Unlike the first two categories, their second letters change to either dhamma or kesra. Here, the present tense, the second letter maintains its fatha. That's why we have yaftahu and yadhhabu. Coming to the command tense, you only replace the ya with hamza to give you iftah, open, or idhhab, go. You can see these first three categories. Their similarity is that the past tense verb looks the same. Coming to the present tense, that's where you notice the change extended to the command tense. Now I'm going to the last three categories, or the last three forms as we call them. You will now see that the past tense verb for the exemplar word we're going to bring, it will be the word fariha, he is happy, or he was happy. Yafrahu, then ifrah, be happy. So the second example we are going to also bring there is that what? Shariba, shariba, he drank. Yashrabu, he is drinking. Then ishrab, drink. Can you see? So if you look at this particular one from the past tense verb, you will see that the second letter in the past tense is carrying kisra. Unlike the first three categories where the past tense verbs, they all had fatha all through. Here, the past tense verb, kisra, is in the middle letter. Coming to the present tense, you will now see that kisra was changed to fatha. That's what gave us yashrabu and also yafrahu. And this extended to the command tense to have ifrah and ishrab. Now coming to the fifth category or the fifth form, it is the form of hasiba, he reckoned, yahsabu, he's reckoning or presuming. Then what we have, yahsibu, then ihsib. Hasiba, yahsibu, ihsib. Can you see? Here what do you notice? You will see that the past tense looks exactly the same with the fourth category because the second letter is also carrying kisra. But coming to the present tense, that same second letter is maintaining the kisra. This is to differentiate this form with the fourth form, because the fourth form had kisra in the middle letter at the past tense level, but when we got to the present tense, that kisra changed to fatha. But in this fifth form, the past tense had a kisra also in this middle letter, but coming to the present tense, that middle letter, which was the second letter, now changed to what? Is still maintaining the kisra. Then the command tense, ihsib. Now the very last category, an example we bring there is the word karuma, yakrumu. Karuma meaning he became generous. Yakrumu, then okrum. So the word karuma, yakrumu, okrum. Another example is the word azuma, to become magnificent. Or we can even use the word kaburo, to grow old. He grew old. Yakburu, he's growing old. Ukbur, grow up. So you can see karuma. Now what do you notice? You will see that here the past tense verb, the second letter of the past tense verb is carried in dhamma. This is the only category that is standing alone, because the past tense verb differs from all of the past tense verbs we have seen in the 5 previous examples or categories we had mentioned. So this is distinguished category because the second letter of the past tense verb is carried in dhamma. Coming to the present tense verb, that second letter still maintains its dhamma, yakrumu, and extended to the command tense ukrum, because command tense is easier to form. You only exchange the ya of the modari or the ta of the modari to hamza. Ukrum. The same thing, azuma, ya'zumu, a'zum. Kabura, yakburu, ukbur. Sabura, yasguru, usgur. These 6 patterns of the Arabic verbs we have are what we call al-fa'il thulathi al-mujarrad, the triliteral bare verbs. These are verbs which have their letters to be 3 only, and these fall under 6 categories as we have said. If you want to get more words based on these 6 categories and know how or which category they fall under, you can simply click on the link in the description box to get a copy of my book where I have carefully selected 100 words which I've categorized under these 6 categories. So rush now to get a copy through the description box. So now, when you look at all of these words, you have seen that the Arabic verbs which fall under the 3 category verbs, these verbs are further categorized into 6. And in our previous discussions, we have discussed and we have been discussing this, and today is going to be the end of discussing how we attach the pronouns to these particular verbs. Because if you recall, we said that unlike the English language, that most of the time or all of the time the pronouns stay separate from the verbs. The Arabic has the pronouns attached to the verb. That's why we always bring the example of saying I ate. I ate. The word I there is the pronoun, while the word ate is the what? The verb. In the Arabic, you may not need to mention the I. You can simply say akaltu, I ate. The two there replace the pronoun. So akaltu, I ate. You don't need to say ana akaltu. You can simply say akaltu, I ate. So the word akala is the verb, and the two there is the what? Is the pronoun. If you want to learn more about this, then in our last 2 episodes we had discussed this extensively. You can click on the link above. Today we want to look at a deeper discussion, or we want to have a deeper discussion based on this, and this will be on one of the categories of the 6 verbs that we have. Recall that we said that we have the Arabic verbs categorized into 2. The first category is the category of verbs which we call the al-fi'l sahih, the authentic verb, the sound verbs. These verbs, they do not have any of their letters to be defective, while we have the unsound or the weak verbs to have 1 or 2 of their letters to be defective or weak. So now coming to this topic of today, we are on our book النحو الواضح للمرحلة الابتدائية. The topic says إسناد المضارع والأمر الناقصين إلى ضمائر الرفع البارزة. We all know that the verb we call the naqis verb, it is any type of verb which ends with a sick letter. It ends with one sick letter. The last letter is a sick letter. And this verb, how do we now form the present tense and also the command, making sure that they reflect the pronouns which are attached to them? And as usual, we have lots of examples to learn from. Al-Amthila, we can see these examples are sectioned into 3. The first 4, the second 4, and the last 4. The first 4 carry the same word, the second the same, and the third the same. Here we have number 1, Anti tas'ina fil khayri, meaning you are striving, you female, you are striving in good, you are working towards good. Then we have is'ai, that is the command tense. Tas'ina is the present tense verb, because the word is from the word sa'a, yas'a. You can see sa'a, it ends with what? Alifun maks, it ends with alif. So sa'a, the present tense is yas'a. But when we have a female as the second person to whom we are talking, it becomes tas'ina. You are striving, struggling. So anti tas'ina fil khayri. But to command her to struggle now, you simply say is'ai, put effort. Is'ai, can you see? Because the word is tas'ina. All you need to do is to remove the ta, change it, and replace the ta with what? Hamza. Then the nun is omitted to give you is'ain. Is'ai, mashallah. Number 2, we have al-mukhlisuna yas'auna fil khayri. The devotees, or the sincere ones, are putting effort in good. So the word is yas'auna, because here we have the third person present tense for the males. Yas'auna. To command them now is simply is'au, struggle, is'au, mashallah. Number 3, we have al-walidani yas'ayani fil khayri. The 2 parents are struggling or are working in good, are putting effort in good. So look at the word yas'ayani for 2. Yes, he is struggling. Yes, ayani, 2 people are doing so. So to command this 2, it will not be is'aya. It is easy from the present tense. Number 4, we have al-fatayatu yas'ayna fil khayri. The girls are putting effort in good. So yas'ayna. Yas'ayna. If it was to be a normal verb, and the verb is like yadhabu, it will be yadhabna. Now it's what? Yas'aina. The same formation. Yas'aina. The females are putting effort. So to command them now, you simply say is'aina. Is'aina. Good. Put effort, you the females. So this verb we have here is for the word sa'a, which ends with alif. Coming to the second section, we have anti tubedina surura. You female, you, this girl, you are showing happiness. You are displaying happiness from the word abda, yubdi. Abda, he displayed yubdi. Anti tubedina, you are displaying happiness. So to command her now, simply remove the ta to give you abdi, because this verb, it is not a triliteral verb. Rather, this one is a triliteral verb with an addition. Al-failul sulasi al-mazid. Number 6, we have an-najihuna yubduna surura. The successful ones are displaying happiness, are displaying joy. So an-najihuna yubduna, from the word abda, yubdi, yubduna, they are displaying. To command now, all of them to be abdu surura. Next, we have al-waladani yubdiyani surura. The 2 boys are showing happiness. So yubdiyani, it gives what? Abdiya, both of you should display. Then lastly, we have anti al-fatayat yubdina surura. The girls are displaying happiness. So it will be what? Abadina. Coming to the down, we can see that all of this, for examples, the word we talk about is the word abda, which ends with what? Is the word abda, whose present tense ends with wa. Yubdi, it ends with ya, sorry. Now I'm coming to the last section. Anti tad'ina ila al-amali. You are calling to work. You female. Tad'ina, from the word tad'u, yad'u, tad'ina. You are calling. To command her now, you simply say id'i, good. Number 4, we have al-mukhlisuna yad'una ila al-amali. The sincere ones are calling to work. So yad'una. To command, it will be ud'u, like Allah says in the Quran, ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmati wal maw'idati al hasan. So you can see. Number 11, we have al waladani yad'uani. The two boys are calling. One person yad'u, two people yad'uani. The two boys are calling to good, to work. So to command it to be ud'uwa, ud'uwa, mashallah. And lastly, we have al-fatayatu yad'una ila al-amali. The girls are calling to work. So to command them, it will be what? Ud'una. MashaAllah. Now we have explanation of this topic. Al-amthilatu as-sabiqa tashtamilu ala af'alin naqisatin mudari'atin wa amriyatin musnadatin ila ya'il mukhataba wa waw al-jama'a wa alif al-ithnayn wa nun al-niswa. It says all of the verbs we have seen in the past examples, you will see that these verbs end with a sick letter. Each of them ends with a sick letter 1, and also they are attributed to either the ya of the mukhataba, the ya of the second person female, or the waw al jama'a, the wa of plurality for the males, wa alif al ithnain, or the alif of dualism, wa nun al niswa, or the nun of feminism. وإذا نظرت إلى الأمثلة رأيت آخر المضارع والأمر ألف في الطائفة الأولى. And if you look at these examples, you will see that the ending of this present tense and the command tense is alif في الطائفة الأولى in the first section examples. What's ya وياء في الطائفة الثانية, and in the second section, the second, for example, you see that these particular present tenses and command tenses, they are ending with a letter of wa. They are ending with a letter of ya. وواوا في الطائفة الثالثة, while in the second section it ends with wa. وإذا أردت أن تعرف ما حدث من التغيير عند إسناد هذه الأفعال الضمائر, and if you want to know the changes which has occurred while these pronouns are being attributed to the verbs, فانظر إلى الأفعال المسندة إلى ياء المخاطبة وواو الجماعة في الطوائف الثلاث من الأمثلة. Then just look at all of the verbs which have been attached to ya of the second person. Like in the first example, in the first section example, where we have antitas'ina. So you can see here the verb has been attached to what? The ya of the second person, female. Waw al-jama', and the verbs which are attached to what? To the wa of plurality. In this all the three sections. تجد أن الإسناد إلى هذين الضميرين, you will find out that attributing to these two pronouns سبب حذف حرف العلة من الأفعال. You see that what it has caused is that it has caused the removal of what? The sick letter from these verbs. سواء كان آخرها ألفا, either the sick letter was an alif, am ya, or it was ya, am wa, or even wa. As long as you want to attach the ya for the second person female or the wa of plurality, then this sick letter must be omitted. غير أنك ترى أنه إذا كان المحذوف ألفا. The only thing you see that if this letter that was omitted is an alif, بقي ما قبل الياء وواو مفتوحا, you see that the letter, what comes before the wa or the alif, or the ya that's attached, the ya of feminism and the wa of jama', you will see that what comes before it will remain fatha. And وَإِذَا كَانَ الْمَحْذُوفُ يَاءً, but if what is omitted is ya, أَوْ وَاوًا or wa, كُسِرَ مَا قَبْلَ يَاءِ الْمُخَاطَبَةِ, the letter that comes before the ya of the second person female will be made to carry kisra. وَضُمَّ مَا قَبْلَ وَاوِ الْجَمَاعَةِ, as for the letter that comes before the wa of jama' that is attached, that one will carry dumma. ثم انظر إلى الأفعال المسندة إلى ألف الاثنين. After this, then look at all of the verbs which are attributed to the alif al-ithnain, to the alif of second person. ونون النسوة, and the noon of feminism, the noon of plenty women. تجد أنها, you see that حينما يكون آخرها ألفا, if the ending of these verbs is alif, كما في الطائفة الأولى من الأمثلة, as you can see in the first section of the examples, تقلب الألف يا, and the alif will be made to change to what? Ya. وأنها حينما يكون آخرها ياء, but if the end is ya أو واو أو واو كما في الطائفتين الأخيرتين, just as we can see in the last two sections, لا يحدث فيها تغيير, no changes will occur. إن الإسناد إلى هذين الضميرين, when we try to attribute to this type of pronouns. Now we have al-qawaid rules. The first rule says المضارع الناقص الذي آخره ألف, the present tense verb whose ending is alif أو ياء أو واو أو ياء أو واو إذا أسند إلى ياء المخاطبة, if it is attributed to the ياء of مخاطب أو واو الجماعة أو واو الجماعة حذف منه حرف العلة, the sick letter will be omitted. وبقي فتح ما قبله إذا كان حرف العلة, and the fatha of the letter coming before it will remain as long as it is a harful illa, and the harful illa is alif. The second rule says al-mudari'u an-naqis alladhi akhiruhu alifun. As for the present tense who has the last letter as a sick letter, and this sick letter is alif, idha usnida ila alif al-ithnain, if it is attributed to alif of two, aw nunun niswa, or the noon of feminism, qulibat alifu ya, and the alif will be made to change to ya. And the last rule says al-mudari'u an-naqis alladhi akhiruhu ya'un, the present tense verb whose ending is ya aw wa'un or wa idha usnida ila alif al-ithnain, if it is made to attribute to the alif of two people, aw nunun niswa, or the noon of feminism, lam yahduth fihi taghyir, there will not be any changes that will be on it. Now coming to exercise, we can solve this together. تمرين الأول, the first one says بين في الجمل الآتية الأفعال المضارعة التي قلبت ألفها ياء, and you have to check these examples and check the present tense verbs whose alif has been changed to ya, والتي حذف فيها حرف العلة, and the ones whose sick letter has been omitted, والتي لم يحدث فيها الإسناد تغيير, and the ones that this attribution has not caused any changes. The first example we have al-talamidh ya'aduna fi maidan as-sibaq. The pupils are running are jogging in the track field. So you see here the word ya'aduna ada, so here the alif has been changed to wa, because it was the word ada, but here it has changed to what? Ya'adu, mashallah. Al-ummahatu yuzdina an-nasihata li awladihinna. The word is used, the ya has been omitted, so you can solve the remaining by yourself. Tamrin of science number 2, we have ما شكل الحرف الذي قبل واو الجماعة. What is the picture of the letter which comes before the wa of plurality, والذي قبل ياء المخاطبة, and the picture of the letter which appears before the ya of مخاطبة في كل فعل من الأفعال الآتية وما سبب الشك, and what is the reason behind that. Now we have imdu ila al-ghayati tanju min al-khayba. So you have the word imdu. You can see that the shakl of the letter before the wa of plurality is what? The word of plurality, it was dumado, it was alif, mashallah. Then the word tanju is also naja alif. Then number 2, we have al-abtalu yakhfuna inda tamai wa yubduna inda al-fazai. Al-abtalu yakhfuna. So yakhfuna, you can see here it is what? Yakhfuna, khafa, akhfa, yukhfu, mashallah. So yubdu, the same thing, abda, yubdi, so it's one was here. Now you can solve this last one. Tamrin al-thalith, number 3, we have asnid fi jumalin mufidatin kulla fi'lin al-af'al allati ila dhamir al-raf'i al-bariza tatasal bihi. All of these present tense, all of these verbs, you are to attach them to pronouns which they can be attached to. The first one, we have the word yashfi. So we have ya'alu, we have imshi, yarmi, isgi, urfu. So all of these words, you can attach them to the pronouns just as we have learned. تمرين الرابع exercise number 4 we have خاطب بالعبارة الآتية المفرد المؤنثة والمثنى والجمع بنوعيه. This expression you are to use it so you have to change the what is it called, the expression to talk to second person female, to al-mu'annatha to second person female, and dual and plural in their both masculine and feminine. So anta tarqa wa tasmu wa tanalu ma tabtagi bil jidd wal adab. As for the female, we simply say anti tarqaina wa tasmaina wa tanalayna or tanalina ma tabtagina bil jiddi wal adabi. Mashallah. So you can solve for the two and the plural. Tamrin or khamis number 5. كون أربع جمل. You have to form 4 sentences. تشتمل كل واحدة منها على مضارع معتل. Each of them should contain a present tense verb which has a sick letter at the end, and the sick letter should be alif مسند إلى ضمير رفع بارز مع استيعاب هذه الضمائر, and this present tense verb should be attributed to the all of the pronouns that we can attach them to. This you can solve. Number 2 we have كون أربع جمل. Also form 4 sentences. These 4 sentences you have to form should also have a sick letter, and the sick letter should be ya. This sick letter should be attached to all of the pronouns you know. Number 3, the same thing. Form 4 sentences. Each of them should have a sick letter which is ya, and make an attribution to the pronouns that we have learned. This topic is what we have discussed for over 2 weeks. So you can go back to the videos and learn how to solve this. Tamrin Sadis, the last exercise. The first one says Hati Jumlatan. Bring a sentence biha ismun mawsul. The sentence should have a relative pronoun. We already know relative pronoun like alladhi, allati, man, ma, and the rest of them. So you have to this relative pronoun lil muthanna al muannatha should be for the muthanna, for the dual feminine, and that is what allatain, allatani, allatani, allatani. So how are they supposed to use? Wasilatuhu mabdu'atu bi mudari'in naqisin, and the verb which is conjoining it should be beginning, meaning after the allatani or allataini, the next word or the next sentence that will serve as the joining sentence to complete the meaning should begin with the present tense verb that has a sick letter, and the sick letter should be attached to what? A pronoun. We have studied this. Number 2, you have hati jumlatan biha ismun marfu'un li jam'il zukur. You have to bring a complete sentence. This sentence should have a relative pronoun also, li jam'il zukur, for the plurality of masculine. That is, you should have the word alladhina. Wasilatuhu, and the completing sentence should begin with a present tense verb that is also attached to a dhamir. Lastly, we have hati jumlatan biha ismu mawsul li jam'il inath. You have to bring a sentence. This sentence should have a relative pronoun. This relative pronoun should be the word allati. That is for the jam'il inath, the plurality of the females. Allati, who. And the following sentence should begin with a present tense verb that has a sick letter at the end of them. For those of us who may be finding these exercises difficult, this means you've not been following us and it is not your fault. Right away, you can simply click on the link above to go through the playlist over there to select all of the topics which we had taken our time to explain, because if you had learned those, this ones will become easy right away. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless and every one of you. Do not forget to hit on the join button below to be part of our membership, and don't also forget to go back to the description box, as I mentioned earlier, to get 100 well selected words or verbs which are fitted into the 6 categories of the triliteral verbs. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward all of us abundantly. Do make sure you like, share with your friends, and your comments at the comment section. Until we meet again, jazakumullahu khairan for staying tuned. Wassalamu alaikum.